Hi, this is Louis from CNPTV in sunny Fort Lauderdale, Revolution Live, Caribbean Style Week, and we're here with Akil from Trinidad. Akil, what's up?
Oh Lord, there's a different side of me, pumping with energy, different side of me, they go say. My name is 5-Star Akil, big up to Caribbean Network Programming TV. I'm live in Miami, just came off of the stage, crazy vibe.
Akil, talk to me. Tell me about you. Tell me what's going on with you in terms of recording. What's happening?
Well, we're getting prepared for the next season that's coming up. That is 2017 Carnival, Trinidad and Tobago Carnival. We actually recorded. I laid down about 2 tracks already for the season. We right now we just are in the process of sketching out the concept for the video before we release the songs on them. It's amazing feeling because this year I work with Neutron GBM from New York City, and the vibes is crazy. From a first single that's going to drop in probably September or November
of 2016.
2017.
17. Okay.
Yes.
Give me a line from one of that single. Give me a line. Give me a drop from that single.
Well, I ain't ready to get that line yet because I want the people and them to get too. We ain't ready yet. When we're ready, the world will find out and they will know.
All right, give me a line from something else then. For somebody when
we making noise, jamming and making noise. It's we just make the whole party get loud. I come here to cause it right now. Hey, we live, Miami, feel it. The vibe's crazy.
So what go on tomorrow now? In terms of tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm one of the judges for the fashion cookout. I really don't know the name, but this is Carib Style Week.
Yes.
So I'm here until Sunday for the brunch and all. So, if you're watching this, make your way, find a plane wherever you are. Be here because it's all about fashion, style. Fashion and style. Just come out and represent to the fullest.
Okay, so what is after this Carib Style Week, what next for Akil?
5-Star Akil will be in DC next week. And we get ready for St. Lucia Carnival, and the list goes on. We London, and we go on. We just going because summertime Tobago, they normally have a huge show in Tobago for the actual vacation weekend. That's in July, August into July. We get ready for Barbados Carnival as well. List goes on.
All right, Akil, it was a pleasure talking to you, and we'll see you for the rest of the week.
Yes.
We'll be following the career, okay?
Yes, man. Thank you, man. Big up Caribbean Network Programming TV. You don't know. Let me tell you, I's a party. Call me a party. Cause I's a party.
Louis Henry, CNPTV, Epicurean by Design, Fort Lauderdale. We're hanging out backstage with France Christie, a very talented designer from out of Jamaica. France, it's a pleasure seeing you again.
Very pleasure, Louis.
Talk to me. Tell me about, the last time I saw you, you were doing big things. It's like you jump over the hedge, You've done different
I wouldn't say that at all. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I'm trying my best to, reach to another level. In the designing thing, it's very competitive and you need to actually reach a certain amount. There's a scale, and you definitely need to reach onto a certain level before your brand can be taken seriously and recognized, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do. So if you see a difference tonight, that's exactly where I am.
So tell me a little bit about the pieces you put out tonight.
Well, the pieces tonight are the B-Bold collection. The girls killed it. It's themed all black. I've never done a black collection before. I'm from Jamaica. I love colors. I love earth tones. But I just decided to do something different, and the crowd seems to love it.
So what next for you? From here, where you go?
I go back home and eat some ackee and saltfish. But I manage a store in Jamaica, so I need to try to establish a connection between New York, Miami, and London. And that's what I'm working on right now. Yes, exactly.
So, where's the store located?
Kingston. It's on Merrick Avenue, 9 Merrick Avenue, shop number 3. And I have an online store. Everything is France Christie, francechristie.com, France Christie social media, and just look out for big things. I'm really trying to go to another level.
France. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, man. Thank
Tell
you.
me a little bit about before we introduce your
Yes.
jewelry.
Well,
What's his name?
Well, his name is Pablo, Juan Pablo. His brand is Escano. This guy has done designs for Tiffany. We just talked and we decided that we wanted to collaborate. You know, making Franz Christie jewelry and everything because he's really good and he did this for me. This is my logo. So, yeah, so look out. So a few months ago, I met Juan and I was just blown away by his creation. You know, I was like, we need to collaborate. So we spoke about it for a little while, and then I was like, I need my ring, I need my logo on a ring, right?
Yes.
And he was like, dude, this can be done. Immediately, this was it.
Yeah.
You know, so we're like, Franz Christie is going big, we're going into the jewelry business, and this is my guy.
We're taking over the Caribbeans. Well, Caribbean born, Dominican Republic, based out of Rhode Island, New England, jewelry district, and that's where this comes into play. So basically, as a designer, one of my first collections is called La Palma, which is basically, you know, urban luxury wear type of jewelry, sterling silver, fine goods, precious stones. And what I've done is I've taken over, you know, I've taken the texture of a palm tree and I've incorporated that into every piece. For example, this is a cuff bracelet. As you can see, it has the texture of a palm tree. It just reminds me of my island and reminds me of the Caribbean islands. That's precious to me, just like precious metal. Oops, sorry. And that's the goal, to create a one-of-a-kind piece that brings to the everyday wear jewelry, that brings the Caribbean islands, the Caribbean lifestyle, the urban luxury Caribbean lifestyle, and again, it's our signature palm tree texture.
I want you to talk about the ring.
Okay.
I want to talk about creating all that.
Sure. So the world has shrunk quite a bit thanks to the internet, Instagram, Facebook, and that's pretty much where we friend Christy and I met on the internet. He reached out to us, Born Republic and Company, myself, and so we started talking. I love his vision, his style of, you know, just an up-and-coming young designer with some flair that I myself can relate to. So he also can relate to what we're trying to do, which is an urban Caribbean everyday luxury wear, sterling silver goods, gold goods, precious stones. So we talked about his logo, and I said, you know, your logo is fire. He also mentioned that he wanted to do something with his logo. So what we did was we took a picture of the logo, which is a beetle, and we actually designed a ring, a custom, one-of-a-kind ring of his logo in sterling silver 925, with our signature palm tree texture around it, just to create a nice, solid, bold, urban Caribbean mix of just flavor, textures, and luxury. Again.
So if you want to get your jewelry, how do they go about getting it?
So our website is bornrepublic.co. Our Instagram account is Born Republic. And so we are in talks with a number of stores here in Miami, also up north in the New England area. But we're also starting to talk to a couple of interested stores in the Bahamas and in Dominican Republic. These are very exciting times for us. We're starting to really get out there. So stay tuned, there's more to come. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Carib Style Week 2016, Fort Lauderdale. Early morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. We're hanging out with DJ Puffy from Barbados. DJ Puffy, wagwan.
I'm blessed, dog. I'm blessed. Fresh off stage. I'm not as fresh as IQ because all my garments are everywhere. But so I go, you know. It was great. We had a great night. Revolution Live was definitely rocking. Carib Style Week. I mean, all week it's been busy. And I came in yesterday, and I'm definitely excited to see how the rest of the weekend is gonna unfold. Yeah.
DJ Puffy, tell me something now. Tell me about you in Barbados, and then tell me about you traveling outside of Barbados. What's going on with you in terms of, what's your agenda? What's going on right now?
Well, I mean, let me just say firstly, I'm the youngest up and coming DJ out of BIM. It's been a great climb over the last year. Definitely. I'm actually entered into the World DJ Championships, sponsored by Red Bull, I think it is. Yeah, they call it Red Bull 3 Style. That's to be held in Chile in December. So yeah, what happened was over the last year, I kind of practiced for it, and I put up my 5-minute entry video, and that kind of went viral. Serato shared it, Red Bull 3 Style shared it, a couple other people shared it, Pioneer shared it, and yeah, everything is kind of blown up from there. Barbados is definitely kicking. We're getting ready for the crop over season now. That's our carnival, if you don't know. But yeah, and we have a lot of music this year, let me say that. So look out for a lot of great stuff coming from Barbados.
When is crop over?
Crop over is in July. That's like the meat of the festival, and the climax is actually on the first Monday of August.
Okay, so when you finish crop over, what's your next step? Before, because you're going to Chile in December, but what happens with you after?
We've been touring all year, and it does not stop. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. I can't leave Barbados in July, but definitely after August, every weekend I'm out. Every single weekend I'm out. Every single weekend.
This was a pleasure talking to you, and we'll definitely see you for the rest of the weekend. Give thanks.
Thank you so much for having me. Carib Style Week, it was great. Right now, DJ Puffy from Barbados letting everybody know. Right now you're watching CNPTV. Just know.
Sunny Fort Lauderdale for the Carib Style Week, and we're standing here with Mr. Albert Tucker, who is the Vice President of Multicultural Business Development. Obviously, he's a big man. Mr. Tucker, thanks for having us here in South Florida. You want to tell us a little bit about what your job entails, what you're about?
Quite welcome. Thank you so much for being here. The Greater Fort Lauderdale Convention and Visitors Bureau is celebrating Carib Style Week, and really what we're all about is making sure that people understand the culture, the economic value, and more importantly, that people get to see Greater Fort Lauderdale as a destination of choice for people of color. This week we're highlighting Caribbean fashion designers from all over the islands, and what we want to do is make sure that the business side is shown in addition to the music side. And we want to create something here that's special around the country that we can have annually, and more importantly, bring people from the islands, New York, and throughout the United States to see the value, the culture, and the designs that we have here.
Okay, now this is the second year for this event.
Right.
No, I'm hearing it. Yeah. Now, based on moving forward for next year, based on what you've seen so far, is there anything extra, anything different you're going to be adding to spice the stuff, make it bigger for next year?
Well, most importantly, what we're going to add is some more sponsors, some more opportunities for designers to come in, and really to make sure that the Caribbean community down here understands the value of what we're doing. Since this is Caribbean Heritage Month, there are so many activities that are taking place, and I want to make sure that we can make this the highlight of Caribbean Heritage Month. So what we'll be doing marketing in New York, Connecticut, throughout the country, so people can come down here for a Caribbean style weekend, a Caribbean style week.
A week. All right. Now, how many sponsors do you have right now?
Well, in addition to the Convention and Visitors Bureau, we have Caribbean Airlines, we have the Westfield Broad Mall, and we have some small sponsors. But the intent is to really have at least 7 to 10 large sponsors so that the organizers can really do what they need to do. This is a business. I mean, this is part of what we have to do, create greater opportunities for our small businesses and, most importantly, our designers.
Okay, now I realize that you're keeping this fashion show inside the mall itself.
Right.
Is there any, and I'm sure the idea for next year is to get it much bigger. If it gets a little bigger, most of the people from Fort Lauderdale community and outside people coming in, would that be a possibility you're going to move it from here to somewhere else?
Well, as you know, we've had a variety of things that took place. We had activities last night at a place called Revolution Live, which was a club. We have something going on tonight. We have something at one of our hotels. But the intent is to really have a venue that can be really more conducive for a fashion show, where you can actually highlight the designers, the fashion, the models. But we will continue to do something in the mall, because that's what the mall, you bring people out, and that's where the fashion designers can make some money. But at the end of the day, we intend on having the highlight be in a sort of like a music venue.
Okay, now I notice the whole intent is on fashion.
Right.
Is there any idea of intent of adding other events separate apart from fashion?
Well, again, when I'm not an organizer. I just provide the resources, and so my intent is to sit down and talk with the organizers, talk with the fashion designers, and talk with the community in terms of what is the most valuable element. So quite naturally, the intent is to expand it. We're hoping that the fashion part brings out quite a few people, but more importantly, next year when we plan, I assure you that it will be a lot more than just fashion and design.
All right. Well, Mr. Tucker, it was a pleasure talking to you.
You're quite welcome.
So we're out of state, we're here, and we're hoping that next year we'll be able to work. Not from next year, from this year, moving forward.
Right.
Work with you guys to help to make it bigger.
And we're hoping so. I mean, we have one of our partners, Caribbean Airlines, and we're looking forward to Caribbean Airlines expanding their brand to do some promotions with them to make sure that we have more people coming in on Caribbean Airlines and highlighting the fashion elements on the airlines as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker.
You're quite welcome.
CNPTV. We're in sunny Florida, Fort Lauderdale for the Carib Style Week, and we're standing here with Mr. Andrew Martineau from Westfield Mall. Andrew, tell me a little about why your involvement with this Carib Style Week.
Sure. You know, Westfield is a shopping center here in Central Broward, and Central Broward has a very, very big Caribbean community, and malls these days are trying to like create experiences, and Westfield is certainly one of them. And we try to create experiences that obviously talk to the community that comes and visits the mall and frequents the mall. And this Caribbean Style Week was one of them. The opportunity to be able to get Caribbean designers to come over into the U.S. and give them the opportunity to be able to sell their products and showcase their products here in the U.S. was a great thing, and a really great thing for the center to be able to participate in. So we've been able to work with IFOS agency to be able to open a pop-up store, work on them with a series of events here at the center to be able to again showcase Caribbean fashion and Caribbean style.
Now, in terms of sponsors, how many sponsors do you have on board? In terms of, are you familiar with the sponsorship in terms of other companies sponsoring this event?
Well, Caribbean Airlines, VP Records. Caribbean Airlines has been a sponsor with us for quite some time. So IFOS agency works with them, and they've been a sponsor for this event. VP Records, I know, sponsored the event last night. The Fort Lauderdale is another partner of ours that we just brought on this year. So Bikinis at Brunch on Sunday is with them. So those are kind of like the sponsors that have kind of been working with us for quite some time.
Right now.
And the Convention Visitors Bureau. Can't forget them. They have been a major contributor to this event and major funder of this event as well. So the Greater Fort Lauderdale Convention Visitors Bureau.
Now this is the second year of this event.
Correct.
Now, moving forward for next year, what is is there any major plan, extra plan that you're going to be putting in place based on what you've seen so far to make it better next year?
Yeah, what I think we're going to do, we're also going to have the pop-up store again. I think this was a major component for us, being able to give the designers an opportunity to be able to sell their items in a mall environment was a very, very important thing for us. So we're going to have the pop-up store again. We're probably going to add on to the fusion events that we have outside of the mall. So as I mentioned, we have the event at Fort Lauderdale. We had an event at Revolution Live last night. So I think all those things we're going to just build on and create more and more events for this week.
Well, Andrew, thank you very much. And we hope, based on we're outside of the state, we're hoping to be helpful next year to make it even a bigger event.
My pleasure. Looking forward to it.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Caribbean Style Week in Fort Lauderdale, and we're hanging out at the Epicurean by Design, and we're hanging out with Chef Troy Tinglin from Westmoreland, Jamaica. Chef, what's going on?
Well, I can't complain. I'm just here enjoying myself. You know?
Tell me about you, man. Tell me what's going on with you in terms of, tell me how you start coming to the chef business, how you start cooking.
Well, at a young age, if you were supposed to meet my aunt, she'll tell you that at age 5, she caught me in the kitchen cooking eggs with the shell and everything. You know what I mean? Food has been in my lifestyle, in my life, as a young boy until now. You know?
All right, so tell me now, how long you been in Miami?
Well, I've been living here for a good while now. I travel to other states, other countries, but Miami's home. Always be home.
Miami.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me something, in terms of you being a chef, do you have a restaurant on your own?
No.
Are you just...
That's too much headache. No restaurant.
Too much headache.
Yeah.
But tell me.
But I'm a personal private chef here in Miami. I'm also the youngest personal private chef here. I do a lot of on-site catering, private catering. You name it, I do it all.
Okay, tell me about the food you prepared tonight now.
Well, when they called me and told me that they wanted me to represent Jamaica, I was like, cool. So I'm like, all right, I know they expect me to do a jerk chicken or a jerk anything. So I gave them Jamaica with my interpretation of how I view Jamaica. So in my opinion, Jamaica is a big cultural pot, a mixture of Asian, Indian, and African. So my dish tonight is a representation of that right now. So I did a Guinness 10-spice jerk pork belly with forbidden rice and dal with a charred Scotch bonnet oil.
How did you do the jerk pork? How did you make it? Can you say how you make it? Not to give away too much of your...
Nah, it's just... Actually, anything I do, I put love in it, a lot of time and a lot of effort. So it was the idea, let me just do a jerk pork belly braised in Guinness and all my natural spices.
Guinness, so you're based it with Guinness?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why there's that nice, sticky, sugary crust from the Guinness.
So what do you call it? What do you call it? Is there a name?
It's just a Guinness 10-spice jerk pork belly.
Guinness 10-spice jerk pork. So what next for you? What next for you? I mean, apart from you being a personal chef, what is your goal, aspiration, moving for the next 5 years? What do you think we want to see?
Well, to be honest with you, one of my biggest goals right now is to travel the Caribbean and teach the people about awareness of supporting the island. Like as far as Jamaica, support your local farmers, support your local grocery stores, your restaurants, because a few more years they won't be around. There'll be another person running it, you know what I mean? The culture is dying, so if you don't believe in your island, somebody else is willing to take your island. So that's what I'm working on right now. It's not easy because the goal is to put my own money into it. And right now, a lot of people are looking at me crazy. Why would I want to do this? And
why would you want to do that?
Because it means something to me to give back. Yeah. It's not a charity. It's not for media. It's not to help build my career. It's just me giving back. If you truly, willingly want to give back, you just do it. Yeah?
Chef, hear me. It's respect the food was off the chain.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping that one of these days I can get you to come to Connecticut and show the people exactly.
Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
Bless.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Carib Style Week, Fort Lauderdale. We're backstage with Asa Seeley, the executive producer of Carib Style Week. Asa.
Vision behind Carib Style Week was to really give fashion designers coming out of the region a platform to showcase their work in the US market. With the introduction of the pop-up shop component, it gave them the retail access that they were looking for. And through a partnership with Westfield Broward Mall, we were able to give them that opportunity. A lot of them took to it, but then we found that there was a huge struggle in them actually being able to participate, and it came from a financial perspective. So we did whatever we could to accommodate them this year in the hopes of building the brand, building what we were trying to do, and enhancing the vision, getting them to really buy into what we were trying to do, and getting the support from them going forward. So 2017, we are really excited at some of the plans that we have for Carib Style Week.
Okay, now you started last year, and what's the difference this year? How has it grown since last year?
We've grown on many levels. We've grown by the number of participating designers. We have grown by the number of events that we have had, the number of locations that we have activated. And I just think the overall impact that we have had this year has been far more tremendous than we had last year. Just with the involvement of press coming in to see and cover the production and cover the fashion designers and their contributions. I mean, we are leaps and bounds from where we were last year.
Okay, so now that we're here, 2016, moving to 2017, in terms of sponsorship, have you garnered new sponsorship from last year into this year and moving forward?
Well, the tricky thing about sponsorship within our diaspora, within our little space, our multicultural space as we refer to it, in South Florida, it's a real diverse community. And when they speak of multicultural, what they speak of is Hispanic. So it's an uphill battle for us to really tap into those corporate dollars, for them to recognize the economic impact and the contributions that Caribbean Americans make here in South Florida, and to really validate what we are doing. So the effort is real, the struggle is hard, and every single day we are speaking to new sponsors in the hopes of them buying into this vision, seeing where we want to take Caribbean fashion and integrating it into their platform for the following year's budget.
Okay. So now that we're actually ending 2016 event, 2017, is there any immediate plans in your
I don't think anything new outside of maybe a designer's retreat and something more educational, because I also think that the designers in the region, as talented as they are, they still need that direction when breaking into a US market or a foreign market, as a matter of fact. And if we are able to give them that opportunity and give them that education from the professionals over here that have done it, I think that is the direction that we'll be going. Outside of the educational component, it's just about refining what we already have as a program, making it a lot less hiccups. But with every large-scale production, you run into challenges. I think that our team has handled the challenges this year rather well, and really kudos to the team and their contributions to this year, because it's not just me. I'm here before you now speaking as one man. It's about 10 of us behind me, really making sure and ensure that the standard that we represent Brand Caribbean is it's on a world-class level.
Well, thank you for inviting us down, and we're hoping that we can be partnering with you for next year.
You are partnering with me next year. You are the future. And it's media stations like yours that really put the Caribbean message out there and allow us to be heard. So I really take the time to thank you for your contribution and everything that you do for the Caribbean, not just here for Carib Style Week, but everything else that you do outside of South Florida.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for talking to us.
It's my pleasure.